The ball in the lane, makes the basket, and he's fouled.
That was incredible.
He put on a fancy move, and Paul Webb is off the Monarch bench screaming for a traveling call.
Watch him protect the ball from West here. He just reverses it. There's no way West can slap it away. And then West's arm is caught and hits Criqui in the face. So he gets a possible three-point play out of it. Incredible ball control by Vandeweghe.
That's the third foul on West, and Vandeweghe completes the third. Foster out there. Old Dominion goes with McAdoo, Valentine, West to jump center, along with Robinson and Mann, the same five that started the ball game. Old Dominion controlling the tip. UCLA goes back to its man-for-man defense that it used throughout the first half until the final second. And the ball out of bounds to UCLA as the Monarchs make a turnover here in the first few seconds of the second half. Wilkes gets the ball to Sanders. Into Vandeweghe down low. Shot was partially blocked, and he still got it off.
On the break. That's when they can really let loose.
38-30, UCLA. Sanders with the jump shot right through the bottom. Sanders hits again. Bolton to Foster. Wilkes fumbles on the baseline. A battle for the ball. Here's to Vandeweghe. Vandeweghe double team, still gets it. Wilkes from the base. He's quickly up to Wilkes. Wilkes goes to the basket. Sanders looks down the lane. Vandeweghe puts up a shot. Sanders loose in the lane to Vandeweghe. Vandeweghe scores.
And he'll also shoot the technical foul.
UCLA with a chance for a 5-point play. Well, it won't be that as Vandeweghe misses the free throw, but the Bruins will get it out of bounds. Good out of bounds pass to Holton. He gets the layup, and UCLA gets it to Holton on the drive. Makes the
anything on defense to stop them. Paul Webb is instructing them not to foul, but they're getting a step behind. And when you do, there's, well, not much you can do. They tried to double team the second half.
High lob to Sanders. Data Wilkes looked for a cutter, couldn't find one. To Holton in the corner, lob pass to Vandeweghe, tipped away by McAdoo. Vandeweghe goes up, blocked by Valentine. Here's the baseline shot by Wilkes. Wilkes one-on-one to Vandeweghe, who stuffed it in. A 9-point lead for UCLA. You get a basket that last time down to trim it to 6. UCLA will be content to hold on to the ball and wait for an in-tight shot, and then they can increase their lead to 10. There it is. Foster goes through the back door, and UCLA a most costly turnover with 2:11 remaining in the game.
You'll probably call time to try to regroup. Oh, look at that.
Vandeweghe is fouled and gets the basket as he went off Ronnie Valentine, and Vandeweghe has 31 points, tying his career high.
He has done some tricks tonight, acrobatics. Look at this, reversing himself, and not only does he know... Larry Brown very proud of his team tonight in this opening NCAA tournament game.
Court on to Holton. He tries a step shot and misses on. And here they're going wild as they've announced that Arizona State has beaten Stanford in baseball. Stanford had been rated number 1. Down the lane, Darren Day scores with 10 seconds left. 87-72 UCLA. Vaughn scores again. 1 second left. And UCLA marked to 18-9. Old Dominion closes out 25-5. And UCLA will face DePaul here at Tempe on Sunday. Steve Shannon for Steve Grad saying so long. Our final score 87-74 UCLA over Old Dominion. This has been an NCAA production.
And Dan Woolridge are the umpires, and DePaul controls the opening tap. Skip Dillard, and here's Clyde the Glide Bradshaw. Cummings, a sensational freshman, off to the senior Mitchum, playing with a broken hand. McGuire fires, and it's not there. James Wilkes, the top defensive forward for UCLA. He'll be hawking. McGuire got the rebound.
Surprised McGuire took a shot from the outside. I thought he'd go inside and try to get fouled right off the bat.
Freshman guards for UCLA, Foster and Holton. Wilkes, a senior, with the ball down. Sanders, a sophomore in the post, and Vandeweghe, the other forward, also a senior. That's Sanders, short. Holton underneath to convert for UCLA. Dillard, Bradshaw holding on him. Athletes. Mitchum is short. Rebound to McGuire.
I'm surprised DePaul is starting out shooting from the outside. They've got to get the game inside. That's where they're strong.
Cummings inside off the foot of a Dillard. Bradshaw, the left-hander, way off the mark. DePaul's first 3 attempts have not been close.
UCLA was in the zone then, Dick. 2-3.
Foster to Vandeweghe. Rod Foster, the Rocket from Connecticut. Not there, but Vandeweghe follows it in. It's 4-0 UCLA.
DePaul seems to be a little...
A 16-footer. Not there, and it's a rebound by Sanders. 6'6" sophomore from DeRidder, Louisiana. Holton, a nice move. He had the 15-footer, passed it up. It's Wilkes from the side. Not there. Dillard. About 14 games ago, he put Sanders, a short man, in the post. Vandeweghe outside, way short. Out it comes to Mitchum. DePaul on the break. Bradshaw with Cummings.
Oh, what a pass.
And Cummings has DePaul's first basket. Foster. Bolton does not shoot much. Out of bounds. And it's Virginia Tech over Indiana. We had heard the score the other way. McGuire has tied it up for DePaul at 4 apiece. Let's double check that score. We had heard Indiana was leading. That score indicates Virginia Tech with a mighty big upset. We'll get confirmation for you.
Mark McGuire got the ball inside. That was all she wrote. 2 points.
Vandeweghe inside, and he scores as well, and there's a foul.
Super move by Kiki Vandeweghe that time. Slipped in between the 2 defensive men.
Cummings got the foul.
Kiki does it nice and slow and nice and easy. Slips in between them, keeps his head up, lays the ball over. He's hit. Could be a possible 3-point play.
Son of Ernie Vandeweghe. We do understand it was Indiana who won and not Virginia Tech, so just reverse those scores.
That's why I kept quiet, Dick. I wasn't to the ball, not Mark McGuire. Bradshaw is the key.
Here's Foster the other way as the Bruins on the run, and it's Foster who can't connect. Sanders rides the boards and scores, but there's a foul on Sanders. We have a timeout. Paul, that's Mark McGuire. And it'll be out of bounds. 2
play should be 2.
Holton can't hit it. Rebound nicely by McGuire. Grubbs in the game. Teddy Grubbs for the first time, and he hits. Grubbs was the city of the shots, much like that one.
Exactly like that one, Dick.
Foster. Rebound and taken away. The tip by Vandeweghe outside.
Chicago.
He is Chicago this week. McGuire can't connect. Cummings follows it, and he is fouled. Not a bad outside shooter. Not there, and it's McGuire. Sanders, 18-footer, and UCLA's back in front. 2-on-1 with Sanders. Good pass to Sanders. And a foul on Grubbs. Not there. McGuire got his hands on it again. So did Dillard. Had position on him. Foster weaving inside, and he scores. Rod Foster. Grubbs tips it in. Got it back, and traveling against Vandeweghe as he took that tee on Brown in a hurry.
Now, I thought yesterday that maybe Digger Phelps made a mistake in not countering the technical foul by Norm Stewart.
You would have come right back and gotten one yourself?
Well, not a I would have reacted because after a referee calls a technical foul.
Can't hit. Follows his shot. And it's out of bounds off. And Foster weaving inside. And he scores. Rod Foster. Out there. Oh, what a tip by Mike Sanders as he came. Sanders to Vandeweghe.
That should be 2.
It is. 15-11. Treats and makes so much sense. Foster nails a 15-footer, and it's 7 first half.
Connecticut is really...
Dillard blocked partially by Foster, but recovered by the quick hands of Bradshaw. Slips inside and scores. Beautiful. And the ball, Vandeweghe inside, and he was fouled by Bradshaw. Vandeweghe way off the mark. Grubbs, who guns, and knocks it home. It's time. Well, there's Bradshaw. position to take it away again.
He's like an octopus there. He gets the turnover. He goes down court. Watch him go between his legs. Oh, mother. Then up he goes. Nice.
9:34 remaining in the first half. Top LA by 2.
UCLA is in the 2-3 zone, and they're favoring wherever McGuire goes, they're favoring.
Dillard misses, but Grubbs rebounds, and it's rebounded by UCLA's Darrell. 17, UCLA trailing with 9:07 left in the first half here at Arizona State University, Tempe, Arizona. Beautiful day, in case you're wondering, around 75 degrees outside. Sanders gets another chance, sets up Vandeweghe. He uses his body well, but is blocked, and he falls. Thursday worked against his own. They said it was the greatest practice they've had in several years. They both teams playing against each other just could not miss. Bradshaw, he doesn't. Inside, and look at McGuire, those quick hands. Good pass, and Allens is blocked with Vandeweghe. Follows, he misses. Allens gets it back, he scores. 21-19. They both beat each other during the regular year. Foster blocked. It goes to Cliff Pruitt, and Pruitt is fouled. Teddy Grubb had run a luck with their captains in the tournament play with injuries. Vandeweghe can't hit. That would have tied it. McGuire gets the rebound. Doesn't hit. Rebound. And Grubbs can't connect. It was the coming team, 21-19. There's McGuire's spot.
Points right away. Next time down, you'll take it to the bench.
And the ex-college coach. Good rebound by Pruitt, and he was fouled by Bradshaw. Michael Holton back and giving him a quick study while Cliff Pruitt goes to the...
We went to Bourbon Day High School, the same one that Greenwood.
Himself a pretty good model. To our studios for this match. UCLA with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left for UCLA with Vandeweghe, and Allens inside. Pruitt gets a kind bounce, and UCLA...
You usually have to drop down a little bit before you start giving it to your star.
McGuire has it, back outside to Dillard. Allens on McGuire. He moves to the hoop.
There he goes.
Oh, my. Falling out of bounds. Maybe the best outside shooter, and he nails one from the side. McGuire.
Nice.
Oh, great feed to Dillard. Two men took a... Pruitt underneath Allens alone, and what a block! Foster, same spot he scored last time. He hits 2 in a row. 30-20. Partially blocked by Wilkes. What a play, and Pruitt can't save it. It goes to McGuire. He takes it over. Wilkes for the bucket. What do you think?
I think they'll force the ball into man-to-man. There they go. The ball went to man-to-man. They force the ball out of their 2-3 zone.
UCLA has played a good first half. They lead by 1 over the #1 team in the country. It's Wilkes inside. Oh, how did that one go in?
Plus and off the heel of his hand.
53 seconds left as Wilkes has his first basket. UCLA leads by 3. Final minute, first half. All the scores, highlights at halftime. Special features, stay with us. Dillard can't connect. Rebound, Holton. He spins out of there, and McGuire trying to get him in a trap. Vandeweghe.
Big fast. Now they'll play for one shot. They'll go 4 corners, spread it out. Now Larry's yelling out there, one shot.
Wilkes scores.
There's your one shot, Larry Brown.
34-29. Wilkes with back-to-back hoops. And it's the biggest lead of the game for UCLA. Apparently they'll go into the locker room with a lead at halftime. This crowd applauding. Good defense by Pruitt. It's Mitchum. Tipped in by Terry Cummings, and he is fouled by Ernie Vandeweghe. It is Ernest Maurice Vandeweghe. They might have another chance at it. No chance on that. It's 34-32. Time running out. UCLA got to hurry. They're not going to get out of the backcourt.
Won't get a shot.
Foster. And that's the end of the first half and a good 20 minutes of action here in Tempe, Arizona. The underdog UCLA Bruins, 10-time national champions, the favored DePaul Blue Demons. And at the intermission, it's UCLA 34, DePaul 32. That took the UCLA's lead down from 5-2, and we start the second half. DePaul controlling the ball. Same team that started the game for the Blue Demons. Bradshaw and Dillard in the backcourt. Mitchum and Cummings along with McGuire on the front line. UCLA counters with the freshman back line of Holton and Foster. Vandeweghe and Wilkes, the 2 seniors at the forward, and sophomore Sanders. McGuire can't hit his first shot. He's 4 for 10 in the game from the floor. Vandeweghe with a rebound. His 5th of the game. Long pass to Wilkes and a foul on Dillard. He may have saved 2 points.
Good foul on Dillard.
It's Foster blocked partially as Cummings came out to get the ball. Wilkes saves it. Vandeweghe saves it. Sanders takes it away from Vandeweghe and scores. Gets underneath. Holton fouls him. Likes to set up a 15-footer. He hits 2 in a row. This is Ray Meyer applauding the Blue Demons.
Mary Margaret Donnelly.
He'll shoot it from outside. Way off the mark. So Mitchum with a rebound. Great pass to Dillard. As Melda DePaul moves in front. 39-38. They both have won this year. UCLA trails DePaul by a point. 39-38. Pressure by DePaul. And there's the turnover. Bradshaw made the play. Oh, what quick hands by Bradshaw.
He stole the ball twice in there that time.
And Bradshaw here, and that too. Teams have runs, don't they, Coach?
Yes. And they have stars, too, and get the ball to the star. That's all she wrote.
That's what they've done the second half. Maybe Ray Meyer was listening to this. He used to when you played DePaul at Marquette. You could hear each other through the walls of the locker room.
Yelling at each other. We're yelling at our ball players. I used to yell for 5 minutes, and he yelled for 5 minutes.
You could hear what each one was saying.
You know, he got $1,800 his first year at DePaul.
Sanders can't connect. Good rebound by Sanders. He stayed in there. Bradshaw working on Holton.
It's probably worth $80,000 today.
I would hope so. Mitchum to Dillard.
Alternating the defense to back to man-to-man, UCLA.
Cummings in the corner. McGuire moves outside. Now he does a little traffic control. Close up against Wilkes. Look at that action away from the ball. Cummings. He'll take the 15-footer and hit it. Played 4.5 minutes, second half. DePaul 43, UCLA 40. Foster, Wilkes. McGuire does a good job defensively, too.
A lot of set play here. Should feed Kiki underneath.
Foster hanging and scoring. He actually chipped
The ball in Bradshaw's hand.
McGuire can't hit. And it's Sanders with a rebound. Wilkes to the iron and scores. He's made some good moves under Mitchum. Short. It's tapped out in a break. Oh, fast hands by Vandeweghe. Off to Foster. He scores. And he breaks by 3. 13:45 left to whistle. Good outside shooter. Not there. Sanders another rebound. Holton to Vandeweghe. Stolen by back of his head. McGuire. And a foul.
Cummings pushed underneath that time. Obvious foul.
Terry Cummings gets the foul. Larry Brown at first, I think. Lob toss to Vandeweghe, knocked away. Oops. It'll be DePaul going the other way. McGuire with Wilkes. He's got 3 fouls. McGuire can't hit it. Sanders tips it to Holton. 3-on-1 for UCLA. Now 3-on-2. Wilkes. He's fouled by McGuire, and that'll be the 3rd.
He could have got out of the way of McGuire if he wanted to, but he went for the foul and a possible 3-point play. He didn't get the shot off, so he gets 2 shots. Here comes the pass in. Now watch. He could have got out of his way because McGuire committed himself already. Wow. He was upstairs then, too.
Wilkes hits the free throw. PC audience. Stolen and a foul on Dillard. Dillard stole the ball. Championship. The winner of this game will play in the next round. The winner of the game that follows, Arizona State or Ohio State.
Ray looks worried. There's a guy with 16 grandchildren. 66 years of age. He's going to coach till he's 81.
He's a 2-time Notre Dame captain. A lot of people hopes he will coach that long.
He said if his son Joey leaves, he leaves.
Sanders has a pressure now by DePaul. Foster free in the corner, passes up the shot. So UCLA slowing it down a bit at this juncture.
Heading out a little bit. They got a 4-point lead.
12:20 left in the game.
Very close to their first drive. They should get a 7-point lead. Change the style of the game.
Syracuse game. Cummings with a lob pass and an easy 2. 47. Holton free, rarely shoots. And it's rebounded by McGuire.
Compliment by Brown.
Teddy Grubbs loves that shot. Not there, but Bradshaw is. Tipped by McGuire. Who wants it? Who's got it? Sanders rips it out of the pack, and finally we get a jump ball.
The ball got back to Mark McGuire. He couldn't get him.
The finals a couple of years ago. That'll be another matchup next week. Purdue and Inman against Lamar. The Lamar what?
Lamar, oh, I don't want to say it. The Lamar Lone Rangers.
Cardinals. Vandeway. No Lone Cummings, 16-footer right there.
When Grubb signed with DePaul, 2 days later, Cummings said he was going to go with the Blue Demons.
Wilkes trying to get inside. It's against Vandeway to beat. And Vandeway stops him. Grubb misses a dump. Big miss by Grubb. Following up. Foster the other way.
Give a plus to Kiki Vandeway there. He saved 2 points.
And UCLA fans cheering the effort by Vandeway, the veteran, working with basically a freshman-sophomore team. Inside to Sanders. He's the sophomore, and he hits 2. He's a thoroughbred for them. There's the Secretariat, McGuire.
Here's the whole stable.
Taken away, and a long pass to Holt, and Bradshaw to beat. He does it! Oh, my!
Nice play, Mike. Great.
Michael Holton slam dunk over Clyde Bradshaw, and UCLA has its biggest lead. Timeout. 9.5 minutes left, and Holton has punctuated the Bruin advantage, 53-47.
Here comes the turnover.
Sanders steals.
All right, Mike Holton. Here he goes upstairs now. He's a great athlete. Doesn't look to shoot, but he drives the basket good. Clyde Bradshaw goes up with him, but wow, those are 2 great athletes. Look at that.
Holton 6 threes, misses Larry Brown. Barbara Brown. Oh, she's right into that UCLA mood. Doesn't take long. A close friend for many years. Certainly helped us so many times in my career, and I'm sure rooting as hard as anyone for his beloved Bruins.
You know, he was a great asset to Coach Wooden through those years and those great championship teams.
Batted away. Last touch by Sanders. Boy, Sanders wanted that. Dillard pumps. Not there. And suddenly, DePaul having trouble finding the hoop, and they get by 6. Over good defense, and Dillard with Holton to beat. And he scores. That's a couple of balls. UCLA's lead at 6, now down to 2. Foster working on Bradshaw. Oh, clutch shot, but it's going to be tough to keep off our home.
Don't even talk about that team anymore.
McGuire. Cooley drops in a set.
Moves up 8 points, can play the clock.
Flip through it to freshman. Cummings hawking him, and it goes off his foot. Cummings. There he is with the ball. It's McGuire. Hello.
Doctor, it was a great operation, but you cut off the wrong leg.
55-55. UCLA had a 6-point lead, and it's disappeared in a hurry under the charge of the DePaul Blue Demons, and we have a new game with 7 minutes left.
I just like the way UCLA is controlling themselves. They're well coached. They do their stuff right down to the end here.
Sanders, no foul, and Wilkes takes it back for UCLA. Boy, it appeared to be a slap in there as Vandeway. UCLA leads. Vandeway with 13.
As I said from the top of the show, he doesn't look pretty, but he always gets the job done. He's Mr. Steady.
6:40 left. It's Cummings. He ties it up for DePaul.
Pressure shot. UCLA has called a timeout.
For the fans, DePaul and UCLA alike applaud the action they've been watching the last 5 minutes. As back and forth we go. Here is that last shot as Vandeway found some room.
No, that's a block on Cummings. He kicks the ball up.
And then Wilkes steals.
Wilkes reseals it, comes back down court, and Vandeway fakes to the right. Watch here, fakes to the right, then he automatically goes in. Give him a head fake, left his shoes on the court.
What an advantage to use that opposite hand. A tie game at 57. Wilkes goes to the hoop and scores, and he is followed by Grubb. Oh, that was a nice. Wilkes has made the big basket for you.
Every time. Here comes the fake. He goes around the man. He goes up. He's caught from behind by Grubbs. Plays it off the glass, so it can't be rejected.
UCLA back and sets up Grubbs. No, he keeps it himself. Rebound, Sanders. Foster in the corner. Oh, nice move as he reversed and scored. Lightning quick move, and UCLA leads by 5. 62-57. Coach, I think we can finally say it. Now there is pressure. DePaul number 1 in the country, trails by 5 with 4:38 left. Who's got a great play by Bradshaw?
Oh, holy mackerel. What a terrible shot Grubbs took. Bradshaw did a 360, a 720, a half gainer, and put the ball in.
Yeah, but did you like it?
Holy mackerel.
UCLA's lead to 3 on a sensational play by Bradshaw.
Up in the air, he has to tuck his legs in so he doesn't get down and touch without putting it up. Then he hooks it out with his left arm off the back of the rim, and in it goes.
Oh, let's Kenneth Edmondson see that again. Got one little guard in a sea of blue. Gets to Gumbel. Colorado. Preceding announcement furnished by the NCAA. Sanders hits the free throw, and UCLA's lead is 4.
UCLA is in a 1-1, and they only have committed 3 fouls, so they're in great position.
Sanders matching the number on his back. He still is there. In double overtime, Cummings hanging. He can't score. And was he fouled? 20 points for Cummings. 63 set away. He is so quick defensively.
Oh, boy, he's right there.
Holton to Wilkes. Long pass to Holton. He takes it in.
Nice.
Blocked by Cummings and stolen by Bradshaw. DePaul with a chance to tie. It's Cummings.
Oh, Cummings.
63 a shot. Terry Cummings with 23, and the game is tied with 3:40 left.
I can't take another overtime, Dick. We've had our last 3 games have been overtimes that we've done together.
That's right. Last week it was Indiana over Ohio State, and yesterday in the Midwest, Louisville survived, and Missouri upset Notre Dame. Tie game, Sanders against Cummings. He scores. He took it over a man 3. He was the Louisiana Player of the Year 2 straight years before going west. Foul.
Let's see.
Blocked by Cummings, and Sanders got it. Oh, no.
It's Bradshaw coming back up court. Kicks the ball over to Cummings. Cummings drops it in 2.
Oh, that was 2 plays ago. All right, we're down 65-63. UCLA in front. Less than 3 minutes remaining as Dillard ties it up.
6 months of hard work comes down to 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Ooh, a good save by Vandeweghe. You have to be able to catch the ball, too, in this game. And he just made a tough catch.
Well, he has all the tools. A great asset.
Sanders working on Cummings. Trying to get inside. Sanders again.
How to get the ball to either man inside. They're both seniors. They've been in tournaments before.
Holton, a good fake. And Holton's first points of the game.
That super dunk in the first half.
That's right, of course he did. 67-65, UCLA, as we wind it down to 2 minutes remaining.
Playing man-to-man UCLA. They get the ball into Mark McGuire. Move up to your defensive man, Jim Mitchell, and then you can pass the ball in. Mitchell. There it is.
There's McGuire over Wilkes. He fouls, and Wilkes will be out of the game as McGuire turned his ankle in the process. McGuire, but made 10 points himself.
Gee, it looks to me that the move should be to Allums, but he's going to Pruitt.
Well, let's talk about Wilkes defensively. He held McGuire to 16 points, and that's good work.
Yeah, but he also had zones some of the time out there. But Wilkes played an excellent game offensively and defensively. What Larry Brown was doing at that particular time, you got a minute to make a substitution for a guy fouled out. So he took it.
Very big misses, but he's an excellent shooter.
I doubt if he'll miss now, Dick, because he'll...
We're even at 67. No doubt about those two. Vandeweghe helping out in backcourt.
Release the pressure, give the ball to Vandeweghe.
1 minute, 40 seconds left. Sanders, barely weaving his... McGuire is down, and he's holding his ankle again. Oh, let's hope not.
No, I hope he's not hurt.
McGuire colliding right in front of us as he tried to reach in for the steal. Is that the same ankle he was holding earlier?
I don't know, Dick. But he's hurt this time. Hope it's not serious.
Foul went against Dillard, his 4th, and McGuire limping to the sidelines. Ray Meyer has had incredibly bad luck. Remember, a few years ago, Dave Corzine going into the tournament was injured. Last year it was Watkins that was hurt.
See if his foot lands on... There it is. Yep. There it is. That's a problem. Once a ball player's foot lands on another ball player's foot, you have a problem. It normally creates a severe sprain. Now, I don't know how bad Mark's sprain will be, but later on after this game, that thing will swell up. A ball player can play while his body's hot. He can stay in there, but now this timeout will hurt him. I doubt it. It's going to be a problem.
Ray Meyer has call time.
Let's see that again, Dick. Ray Meyer has 5 timeouts left. Now he has 4 left after this call. If we can see that play again, it's great camera work by Harry Curl and his crew. Congratulations. Stay up. Bang. Right there.
And he turns. We've all done that, even maybe on a place, crack on a sidewalk or something, and you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And McGuire, he wants to walk it off.
He has to keep moving. If he stops moving, that thing will just swell up.
Let's take a timeout. 1:38 remaining. Each team fighting to stay alive. They're tied at 67.
Yeah, but just to have him in there gives confidence to the rest of the kids.
Sanders hits the front end of the 1-and-1, and UCLA has a 1-point lead, 68-67.
I think I'd like to set something up. Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Both teams are in the 1-and-1.
Howlers missed 1 of 2 of the last chance. Hits them both this time, 69-67. The pressure continues on top-rated DePaul.
Now, everyone, come along and coach with me. UCLA is playing man-to-man. They're going to try to get the ball into the man.
Vandaway is guarding McGuire now. Cummings, he's been the hot hand.
Plenty of time left. There's 2.
McGuire. Oh, tough luck with it. Saved by Cummings. He batted it back out. Good play by Cummings. McGuire still wants the ball. Loses it, and it's saved by Sanders. 1 minute left. UCLA leads by 2.
Now the key is they can go 4 corners. They can't call a timeout to take advantage of McGuire's ankle.
Mitchum fouls Pruitt.
Good foul. Very important. McGuire could not cover defensively.
That'll send the freshman Pruitt, and he just took a big, deep swallow. He's not an outstanding free throw shooter.
He's their worst
65%.
He's their worst free throw shooter, Dick.
And he goes to the line. Quickly, other scores. Texas A&M 41, North Carolina 36. Syracuse leads Villanova 50-37. Kentucky breezing against Florida State 53-33. And here, UCLA leads DePaul by 2.
The pro moved into timeout at the right time, Coach Meyer.
Well, I hope he didn't steal Bryant Gumbel's thunder. I'm sure he has more updates. Let's go back to New York. 67 with 51 seconds remaining in the game. Cliff Pruitt, the freshman for UCLA at the line. He's 2 for 2 today. UCLA in the 1-and-1 has made 3 out of 4 opportunities. Just one time on the back end they missed. And here's Pruitt. Oh, here's the biggest moment in his young life.
Very difficult for him to make this foul shot.
He has 4 points today.
An awful lot of pressure on a young guy from Bourbon Day High School.
And the vice tightens on top-rated DePaul.
Well, Pruitt gives himself a nice little smile then.
That was easy.
That one's easy. That one's no problem.
DePaul trails by 4, 51 seconds left. They have the ball in the hands of Bradshaw. McGuire playing with a sprained ankle. It's Grubbs who will shoot it. Rebound, Holton of UCLA. We may be seeing the biggest upset of the tournament.
Over the top when he fouled him.
Certainly an upset yesterday when Lamar, unranked, knocked off 5th-rated Oregon State. But many said UCLA should not have been in the 48-team field. There were cries from all over the country the Bruins didn't deserve to be in this tournament. And now Ray Meyer must be wishing deep down inside they had not made it. He trails by 4, and UCLA with a 1-and-1 Holton at the line.
Now the pro move. Timeout, let him think. Not as difficult as the fouls were made before by Pruitt. There were big fouls that he made, especially the first one. He didn't put enough trajectory on it. He pulled his arm back, but I guess the sun's shining on him today. It went in. This game is not over yet. There's 37 seconds left.
All right, and Larry Brown is instructing his Bruins and trying to find some magic at the other end as the veteran Ray Meyer will be back. UCLA at the line. Coach in the professional ranks. 3 times he was the assist leader in the old ABA. He was in Tokyo in 1964, representing the United States in the Olympic Games. Larry Brown, 39 years young, and just 36 seconds away from his biggest coaching win. At the other end, Ray Meyer with 627 career wins. Coach of the year. His 45 team, 1945, won the NIT with the great George Mikan. He has perhaps the most heralded player in the country this year in Mark McGuire, although admittedly playing injured here in the final minutes. And now he needs for Michael Holton to miss the free throw and hope his team can get 2 possessions in time. Holton could all but ice it with his first attempt.
Put that ball up nicely. Confident.
UCLA fans begin to celebrate, and so does the Bruin bench.
You know, in high school, he averaged 26.4. A lot of points.
UCLA by 6. And apparently they're going to return the favor as DePaul upset UCLA last year in the tournament. And this year it appears to be the Bruins' turn as Vandeweghe knocks it out of bounds with 27-6 remaining. Make it 30. Actually, the official clock shows 30. Larry Brown yelling, make him throw back. Don't let him feed it underneath. That sort of strategy involved just chew up. Even a few seconds are so important. Cummings. Dillard. Way short. Vandeweghe with a rebound. And Bradshaw is fouled by Holton.
Didn't use up much of that clock, Dick. There's 22 seconds left.
21 now.
21 on the official clock.
There are so many fans around this country rooting for this man, Ray Meyer. Coaching has become, for obvious reasons, the stresses and strains, a game for young men. Ray Meyer, in many regards, is thought of as a dinosaur. There aren't many like him left. Bradshaw keeps him in the game with the first one. 73-68 DePaul. Now trailed by 5, and no one went for the ball, and it's out of bounds to UCLA. As again, McGuire crashed to the floor, and Mike Sanders also holding at an ankle or a knee as he was hit. Left ankle.
The ball went off Mark McGuire's foot that time.
20 seconds remaining, and they're calling Ducky Drake, the veteran trainer for the UCLA Bruins, on the floor. Man who has seen every great athlete on the campus of UCLA for the last 40 years, and one of his proteges was the Olympic decathlon champion Rayford Johnson.
56 years is associated with him. He works on an annual contractual basis.
It's a shame that after 65 we have to arrange that. Man, he's not ready to retire. Here's Sanders leaving the floor.
He looks better than Billy Packer.
Oh, that's net. Mike Sanders has played a big game for UCLA, 15 points. I want to thank the executive producer of NBC's college basketball, Don Ohlmeyer, and back in New York at our control center. I'm really proud of this network, the way we've given fans action not only at the site, but switching around, keeping abreast of other scores and highlights.
Bryant Gumbel does excellent work. His brother's out here. I said hello to him.
George Finkel is our coordinating producer. Kenneth Edmondson, our producer. Harry Coyle, the director. And Harry, as most of you know, won the Emmy Award as the top sports director in the country last year. Don McGuire, feature producer. Wayne McDonald, our technical director. Associate director is Jim Marcioni. And Bill Peters, our associate producer. With a timeout here in Tempe, Arizona, and UCLA leading by 5, 73-68. 20 seconds left. Let's quickly go back to New York and Bryant Gumbel.
Okay, Dick Enberg, thank you very much.
All right, Bryant. UCLA inbounding the ball, and an immediate foul as Bradshaw.
No foul.
Rod Foster dribbled the ball on the end line. No, it's out of bounds to UCLA. That's a confusing call. 73-68, UCLA leading with 19 seconds remaining in the game. DePaul in the position where they have to foul. We'll have all the scores, highlights during Sports World, so stay with us on NBC. Those of you who have already seen your doubleheader with the conclusion of this game, stay tuned for Sports World. We'll have highlights, scores. We'll keep you up to date. And those of you in the West, you'll see the second half of the doubleheader. As this is your first game, it'll be Arizona State and Ohio State. Larry Brown's Bruins lead by 5, 17 seconds left, and Cliff Pruitt at the line for UCLA.
A little bit more relaxed this time than last one. He had 2-point lead last time. He dropped them in. This time they have a 5-point lead with 17 on the clock.
He hasn't missed today, and that's his 5th in a row from the line, and had the worst free throw percentage coming in. Well, as soon as you get this game figured out, will you write a book, Coach? And Ray Meyer. Your heart goes out to the man. I think a lot of us wanted him to succeed, but there's room for a new man in the tournament, Larry Brown, and it's a story in itself. Larry Brown has done a quiet, solid job in rebuilding a very young team, a team really without a center.
No junior class.
No junior class. He's gone with the youth, and he's done it in a very modest but aggressive way, if those aren't contradictory terms, and with a feeling that John Wooden was his ally, and not that he was working against the shadow of John Wooden. Bradshaw misses, but it was a two-shot opportunity.
Larry Brown's whole life has been basketball. Even when he first got to college, he went to the Goodyear AAU team. Years ago, they used to have these AAU teams. It could be executive training program. He played 2 years there.
75-69 with 13 seconds left, and a whistle foul before the ball was inbounded, apparently. Yes, it was on Grubbs. That's a good foul because it's not a second tick off. Brown, Brooklyn born. Is this where you were born? Weren't you in Brooklyn, or was it closer?
Tree Bros in Brooklyn. I went to school in Brooklyn. Went to St. John's Prep and St. John's College, and lived in Long Island. I was born in the Bronx.
So UCLA apparently will upset DePaul and meet the winner of Arizona State, Ohio State. That game to follow here in Tempe, Arizona. And you know you're going to have a lot of noise for that one. This is an Arizona State crowd. Cliff Pruitt, a perfect 7 for 7 from the line. They foul Pruitt because he has the worst free throw percentage, and all he has done is played perfectly from that 15-foot stripe and dances in another.
I guarantee you this, Dick. This kid don't want to see this day come to an end. He won't sleep tonight.
Bradshaw can't connect. Rebound. Grubbs blocked by Pruitt. Dillard flips one in, a la Tony Branch of Cincinnati. Here's the buzzer. The end of the game. An upset. UCLA beats DePaul 77-71. The camaraderie. A gentleman has lost and wishes his successor well.
Handles himself like a pro.
Oh, always.
Ray, we hate to see you go. Maybe next year. Now here comes the new guy in the scene. That's what sports are all about, I guess.
Larry Brown's UCLA Bruins. They said he shouldn't be in the tournament. He's eliminated Old Dominion and now has dismissed DePaul. Next Saturday and Sunday, NBC Sports will have the regional finals for you. You'll see a game on doubleheader on Saturday, doubleheader on Sunday. Now, most of you in the Central and Eastern Zone, stay tuned for NBC Sports World. We'll update with scores. And in Mountain and Pacific Zone, stay tuned. We have Ohio State, Arizona State coming up in just a moment. 77, DePaul 71. We have Ray Meyer, who provided us with so many great thrills these last year and a half, and the winning coach Larry Brown of UCLA. What happened?
We just got beaten, Dick. There are no excuses. I want to congratulate Larry and UCLA. They played a very fine ball game. They beat us. No excuses.
Ambivalent feelings at all, Larry? This is you were 1 year old when Ray Meyer started coaching at DePaul.
I saw him before the game, and I told him he has over 600, and he meant so much to the game of basketball, and the guys like me, I hated to play against him, but he has so much class and was so gracious today. I just feel thrilled for one reason and a little disappointed for another.
Hey, how about the comment around the country that your team didn't deserve to be in this tournament in the first place?
Well, I'm just happy to be here. Heck, where I was last year, I'll settle for being right here now.
I remember when we beat them at Pauley Pavilion, I said after the game that they'd be a good tournament team. I thought they would come out.
You thought they deserved to be in the 48-team field?
Oh, sure. The way we played, I don't know. You know, tournament play is entirely different than regular season. And you're always disappointed to lose, but basketball, there's a game and a winner and loser. UCLA deserved to win all the way. We have no complaints whatsoever.
How about Ray Meyer at 66 years young? How about next year?
Well, maybe they'll listen to me a little more. I don't know.
Come back. You'll be back.
I don't know how long I can go, but I've enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun with basketball. Basketball's been very good to me, and maybe someday I can give it something back.
Well, let's give it something back. Thank you for being with us, Ray. I'm going to chat a little bit more with Larry Brown. We'll see you along the line.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Al. Congratulations again.
Al, I know you want to talk to Larry Brown, maybe make a comment about Ray Meyer in the process.
Larry, what do you think of Ray as a man and a coach?
Well, what he said about giving something back to basketball, he's given so much, and it's a strange feeling, Coach. I've admired the man, and I spent some time with him this summer, and you get a thrill for winning for your kids, but you see what he's done for the game and what this team, DePaul, has done in the last year and a half. It's kind of strange to not see him in the tournament.
What did you do to stop McGuire? What strategy?
Well, we tried to really help, and we wanted to force him to the middle because we thought that was where we could help out the best. And I didn't think Grubb shot the ball well unless he was behind the backboard. He had, remember Paulie, every shot he took was behind the backboard and didn't miss one. No. We wanted to make him beat us from the outside. We didn't want to foul him, and we didn't want to give up second shots. If you front him, you know, he gets the offensive board so well, and he holds off so well. So we didn't play Mitchum at all.
In the last 6-7 weeks or 8 weeks, your team came around. They've done a 360. I thought earlier you might have been overcoaching and the kids might have had too many things.
Oh, I agree. I didn't know about the players, and I thought, you know, I could come in there and give them some things, you know, to kind of break the string a little bit and change, but it was too difficult to change it. And plus, Al, and, you know, I was playing a lot of people that early that I'm not playing now, and I've settled on more 6 or 7 or 8, and the kids are much more comfortable.
Now all you need is the aircraft.
Yeah, the aircraft carrier.
No, we're not going to let you go. Just now you've had a chance. As you're talking now, you're assimilating this victory, and certainly as a college coach, your biggest win. You've had other high moments in your coaching career. As you look back at the game itself now, and you were analyzing it from your position on the bench, where was the key moment for UCLA, or was there a key play or a player that you would like to herald before you leave?
Well, there are a lot of key plays. We were struggling, turned it over a couple of times, and had a possibility to turn it over again, and Kiki came up with it and made a layup. And then our offense, we were going, you know, a high post offense, and then if we were struggling in the passing game, our kids started standing, and Mike Sanders got us off the hook on a jumper and then an offensive board. I was scared to death the whole game, but our young sucker stepped up there and made some foul shots they haven't made all year.
I like James Wilkes. He really gave you a game offensively and defensively. He neutralized McGuire for quite a long time.
This year has meant so much to him and Kiki and our seniors, and to see the way they performed under difficult circumstances. Me, the third coach, and following Coach Wooden, you know, there's never going to be another Coach Wooden, and he's been very supportive of me, and he cares a lot about these kids, and he knows what the seniors have gone through, and I'm thrilled for them.
And I know they're whooping it up back there. There's one person missing. Go back and enjoy, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Larry Brown, UCLA head coach. Hey, you know, I'm still tingling. There's this, I care so much about the people as you do that work in this game and work with young people, the teachers, and I just got a thrill about those two men shoulder to shoulder, one agonizing inside, one in glory, and both feeling for the other person.
I'm getting upset, Dick, because I get too close to these guys. Jack Hartman, I hated to see him lose the overtime. Baker Phelps, I hated to see him lose. Ray Meyer, I hated to see him lose, but I equally would like not to see the other guy lose. So I don't know if I'm getting too close to the situation.
Like last year, DePaul came and got us unexpectedly. You know, we weren't quite ready last year, and they weren't quite ready this year.
So was there a little revenge factor in the back of, let's say, your mind because they knocked you out last year?
Well, I don't like to say revenge, but it was very nice.
Well, for the UCLA basketball players who are just landing tonight here at Los Angeles International Airport, it was a very, very pleasant day because earlier this afternoon they upset the top-ranked college basketball team in the country in DePaul in the second round of the NCAA basketball championships. And if you stay with us, we'll show you all those exciting highlights, post-game interviews, and a lot more coming up in just a moment. I'm Jim Hill, and this is the Sunday Sports Final.
Much this year, you know, I don't really feel like a freshman anymore out there on the court. I think we got a lot of experiences. We've lost a few times. We've been in some tough ones. I think that's helping us in the playoffs an awful lot.
Although Kiki Vandeweghe and James Wilkes played well today, it was the freshmen who really won the game for the Bruins. Mike Holton and Rod Foster performing with the poise of seniors. Foster led the team with 18 points, driving inside and popping from outside.
We look back at, the games that we've blown and we didn't play hard at, and, it just gives us, an extra boost in the tournament.
Extra effort by sophomore Mike Sanders helped the Bruins under the boards against the more experienced Blue Demons. Now watch Sanders play defense on DePaul star Mark McGuire. The steal, the pass to Holton for the slam. The Bruins have a 6-point lead with 9 minutes to play.
We had played DePaul, once early in the season, and, they defeated us at home. And, we had felt in that game if we had played a little better defense, the outcome would have been a little different. Well, one of the game plan was just play defense and block them off the board, because the first time we played them, that's why they beat us. We didn't play defense at all.
Even good defense doesn't stop DePaul's Clyde Brashaw from hitting this twisting layup. DePaul keeps coming and ties the game. Then the team that had trouble shooting free throws all season long gets 6 from freshman Cliff Pruitt. That came in the last minute, and UCLA avenges last year's loss to a Ray Myers team. Was there some revenge factor in the back of your mind because DePaul beat you early in the year?
I think it was like that for everybody in our mind. Plus the fact we were on national TV, and like you said, the experts said we shouldn't even be in one of the top 48 teams, We proved everybody wrong, and I think we have a good chance to go all the way.
Maybe
been playing together, Foster and Holman, for over a month now.
Ball in the air, the tip controlled by Ohio State as Kelvin Ramsey has the ball. Ramsey, a senior out of Toledo, Ohio.
And truly one of the finer players in the country. He's given up a lot of scoring to be a playmaker for this year for the Buckeyes.
Kellogg to Smith, a turnaround jump shot over Vandeweghe, wide of the mark. And Wilkes has the bound for the Bruins. To Holton. Freshman Michael Holton from Pasadena, California. Over to Rod Foster, to Mike Sanders. James Wilkes.
It's a man-to-man. Herb Williams, the center, is matched up against forward Kiki Vandeweghe.
Vandeweghe had a pick, now takes the outside shot and hits it. Vandeweghe. Kellogg to Scott against the man-for-man. Over to Ramsey, and his outside jumper is good. Drives on Williams, goes to the basket, misses the shot, and Kellogg from 18 feet. Wilkes had his hands on the rebound, put up and in by Jim Smith, and he's fouled by Wilkes. Holton from the right side, a little short. Ramsey from the foul line makes it 6-2. Foster working the left side, and a blocking foul called on Ramsey. Of the semifinals of the Western Regionals from Tucson over Lamar, 74-66. Sophomore Michael Sanders with the jump shot. Sanders hit Kellogg in the left corner, guarded by Sanders. The 18-footer is good. Sanders picked up by Kellogg. Loses the ball, but the quick-handed Foster comes. Wilkes drops it off. Couldn't penetrate. Wilkes to Foster. Foster spins, shoots off the backboard with the rebound. Vandeweghe. Points against Old Dominion last week in opening round. To Wilkes. James cuts to the lane. The bank shot won't go. Tip Vandeweghe, no good. Slapped out to Holton. Holton fires it to Vandeweghe. Now Sanders. Wilkes. This is the shot. Kellogg brings it down court. Ramsey out of the corner. Hits 6 left side. Vandeweghe. They collapse on Vandeweghe. Slapped away by 6. On down to Carter Scott. Stuffed the hole. Vandeweghe, the 20-footer. Rebound. Carter Scott. Turnaround shot missed by Smith. Good move by Holton. Misses the layup. Ramsey penetrates. Banks. Short. Ball. A 3-on-2. Wilkes. Reverse layup is fouled by Scott. He misses the first
For the game.
UCLA Bruins 7.
Ramsey going against
21-7 this season. Ramsey to Williams. The turnaround shot misses. Foster brings it up. Foster passes to Vandeweghe. Goes to the basket. And a foul is called on Vandeweghe. Michael Sanders. Carter Scott mounts passes to Williams. Leans to the basket and scores. Who score on the Bruins. Progress. UCLA has become more patient as the freshman guards have gained experience. But Vandeweghe.
halftime. Duke held on to beat Kentucky 55-54. So the Mid-East Regional Final will see Purdue versus Duke.
Couple of upsets in Lexington tonight. State. Ball shot misses. Battle for the loose basketball. And Williams gets the ball, but on the baseline. Wilkes looks for a cutter. Vandeweghe cut through. They couldn't get it to him. Wilkes now to Vandeweghe on the right side, picked up by Hall. Into Wilkes. He goes up, and a foul is called on
Wilkes, who, of course, also played at UCLA.
Wilkes 1 for 2 from the line. Makes this one good. Jim Ellinghausen, 6'8" senior from Plymouth. Pass to Williams. His jumper won't go, and Sanders away from Foster, a 20-footer that is in and out. Down to Ramsey. Ramsey pulls up. The bank shot too hard. On the board, Scott tries to make the save. Slapped away by Foster. And a foul called in the corner by Hank Nichols. The foul will be against Ohio State.
Foster really took a risk on trying to save that ball. Ramsey tried to pull up. That was a hard shot to make, and he wasn't able to pull it off. That was a great save by Scott. There's Foster. He went over the top of Ramsey, actually.
Vandeweghe. Down the lane. The shot is short. Gets his own rebound. Is stripped to the ball by Carter. Passes into Williams. The turnaround good. Sanders, a jumper over Hall with his foot. He has responded by averaging in double figures. Williams shoots and scores again. LA tries to pass to Holton, deflected, and the Buckeyes come away with the ball. Ellinghausen hits his first shot. Allums moves to the lane, guarded by Ellinghausen, goes up. Shot is spiked away out of.
Foul on its downward flight. Williams came over to help out beautifully. Pretty tough one to call. Looked like it could have gone either way.
Remaining in the half. Timeout on the court with the. Foster goes on Ramsey. The jump shot is in with Ramsey right on Superman. And a traveling call on Tony Hall. So UCLA for one sign for the ACC. Stolen away by Scott to Ramsey. Off-balance shot as he was going out of bounds, and Foster races up court. Foster with a jump shot. Short. Allums rebounds. Too hard. Tipped Vandeweghe. Ramsey comes away. He was double teamed pretty good. Scott to the basket. Tipped up by Allums. Allums tipped it in. They credit it to Scott. Sanders with a jump shot. Ramsey to the baseline. Ball away jump shot. Short. Vandeweghe high for the to Foster. This one is in and out. UCLA can cut the Ohio lead to 1. Sanders reverse layup. Good move by Sanders.
Time last year as a freshman.
Washington, Ohio. The jump shot. Pulls up. The jump shot will not fall. The rebound. Smith down to Ramsey ahead of the pack, and he lays it in. Holton driving. Russell, he traveled. We pause now for a local station break. This is an NCAA. Gale Center, the ball stolen by UCLA. Has replaced Rod Foster in the lineup, and Day scores right away.
At the guard position is a height.
Ohio State by 1. Williams turnaround shot. Short. Rebound Day. Sanders to Vandeweghe. Leans to the basket. Blocked by Williams. Picked up by Clark Kellogg. Pass stolen by Wilkes as it was intended for Williams. Day passes to Sanders. Goes toward Kellogg. The jump shot is short. And a foul on Sanders. Sanders with a jump shot over Williams. It is a round to the end.
But Mike Sanders being over a taller man, he still has no.
To tie it, pass into Williams. Robin has battled back to tie it. Pass into Williams, slapped away. To Darren Day, the freshman going to the basket, lays it up and in. 2 baskets for Darren Day. On top, 27-25. Kellogg shot misses. Foster driving, lays it up and in, and Foster.
And Ohio State badly needs a time.
29, Ohio State 25. To Kellogg, and Scott cut for the basket, and the pass out of bounds. Puts a fake on, and he travels. Scott gets the ball to Williams. Turnaround bank shot is good. And a foul called on Michael. This free throw in and out. Pruitt, 18-footer, good. Good Pruitt is. Ramsey. Jump shot is good, right through the bottom. Ramsey with 10. Mike Sanders for UCLA. Ball away jumper. Kellogg to the baseline, 12-footer. Misses the rebound Day. For UCLA, down the lane, dumps it off to Wilkes, but a foul called on. Throw it to Wilkes. Wilkes fumbles the ball, slaps it back in play, and Foster makes Wilkes guarded by Williams. Out to Allums. Allums guarded by Ellinghausen. Over to Wilkes from Day. Wilkes with the jumper over Ellinghausen. Misses. Threw it down the lane, into Allums. We've got a whistle and a foul called on Clark.
So far on Clark Kellogg, he's averaged 11.5 points a game, and they moved in quickly there to close it off. And I guess you might say that they were stationary before he went airborne. It was pretty close. Probably go for one shot here, Steve.
Foster in traffic along the sideline. Get it out today. Pruitt with the ball. 22 seconds. And Pruitt is fouled. Of many 1-and-1s that cost him the ball game, along with
at least so far on the first one.
He has them both. He was 8 of 8. Ramsey walks the ball down. Ramsey guarded by Holton. Now to Hall. Hall back out to Carter Scott. 8 seconds. Scott in traffic. 5 seconds. Gets the ball along the sideline. Going to the basket is Hall. And we get a player control foul on Ohio State. We'll be back in a moment with our halftime show. Championship action from McHale Center in Tucson, Arizona. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the
over half of their 27 shots. That should be a little bit over 50%. At the free throw line, though, Ohio State not getting very many opportunities and not really cashing in. That has hurt them. While UCLA, not really known for their talent at the line, shot very well in the first half. On that UCLA individually in the rebound department, of the 23, Wilkes had 7. He by far led both teams. Vandeweghe had 5. Ramsey individually had 10 points. He had a good shooting, 5 out of 9. Those girls, by the way, really dazzled the crowd here at halftime in those outfits, and they're performing.
So we get ready for the start of the second half with UCLA. Hank Nichols to put the ball in the air, and Sanders controls the tip to Vandeweghe.
Yeah, it looked like he almost hit it on the way up.
He came very close. Vandeweghe against the man-for-man to Wilkes. Underneath the Vandeweghe, gets free, goes up in his pocket.
The baseline for Vandeweghe, he comes off the double screen, and he was open just enough to get the ball and almost got it in. Now, Kiki Vandeweghe's been noted as having one good half and one ordinary half. The first half was ordinary for him, made only 2 out of 9 shots and 6 points. So UCLA maybe thinking
that was the second foul on Carter Scott. Vandeweghe has them both to Williams. The shot is good. Williams. Vandeweghe back to Foster. Swings around and lays it up and in. Foster gets the ball to Williams from the baseline. The shot in and out. And Wilkes has the rebound. Rod Foster for UCLA. Almost turned it over. Out to Wilkes. Holton to Foster. Vandeweghe. Picked up by Williams. To Wilkes. Wilkes moves to the basket. Does not get the shot. The draw. Have been bothered by zones this season. The free throw by Wilkes.
Or some at least shots underneath.
Wilkes makes it stolen by Foster. Foster with Scott trying to catch it. Scott concedes the basket. Ramsey. Guarded by Holton. Out to Kellogg. Ramsey's off balance jumper. Good.
Yeah.
Passes. Sanders the quick release. Off the stem of the rim. Ramsey in the lane. The jump shot right through the bottom again. Foster hits the jump shot. Scott open at the foul line. He can't hit. Kellogg taps the 14 feet. Rebound. Vandeweghe open on the baseline. The shot is in and out. Ramsey and Foster comes from behind, but the follow-up.
He missed and was there.
To Wilkes straight away in the lane. The turnaround shot too soft off the rim. 6-1. Kelvin Ramsey drives, lays it, scores. He is fouled.
And of course, that's so effective. And he went right around Holton that time. And Foster was the one that fouled him on his way to the basket.
There's a timeout on the court with a score. UCLA. Pass goes underneath the Wilkes, and he scores. Ramsey for the quick jumper. What a quick release. Pass to Vandeweghe. Kiki works in the lane. The fall-away jump shot is short. His pass to Kelvin. Bounce passes to Penn. Open for the jumper. Ramsey rebounds. Scores again. What a show. with the quick hands, making the steal from Sanders. Flooded by Hall. Pass back into Sanders. Goes to the basket. Shot in and out with a foul call on Ohio State.
Movement. They work the ball into Sanders, and he just goes up and around there quickly. He'll get 2 free throws because he didn't make the shot.
4th foul on Tony Hall, who was not a starter, but has played quite a bit.
Before Ohio State gets in the bonus.
You see, Sanders is... Buckeyes with the ball, right? Ramsey works his way to the left side. Out to Penn. Now Hall looking for Ramsey. Ramsey off balance, bank shot. He scores again.
He seems to come up with some different kind of shot every time.
Fakes Williams, goes to the basket and scores. Good move by Vandaway. Jump shot, missed by Williams. Vandaway, man on the floor, Penn. We get an offensive.
Pretty good, so that's not a bad idea.
Williams to Ramsey. Ramsey guarded by Day, gives away 6 inches to the UCLA freshman. Ramsey now open. This shot is off. Kellogg rebounds and scores. It's tied at 50. Holton seldom shoots. Screw it on the right side. Gets the ball to Vandaway, and it's wiped off with 5.
UCLA once again trying to use some quick movement underneath to get the ball inside. They did it there too. An excellent movement by Vandaway away from the ball.
Game for the Bruins. UCLA now. State 10 for Herb Williams. Marcus Miller to Ramsey. Bad pass stolen away by Darren Day. Day is 1-on-2. Bank shot will not fall. Rebound. Sanders tried to get it to Vandaway. Day shot rejected by Kellogg. Day gets it. Stolen away by Penn. Georgetown tomorrow. Ramsey hits again. Game tied at 52. Holton shot misses on. Williams turns around over Wilkes. Shot won't fall. The rebound. Day releases out to Holton. Holton in some traffic, but maintains control to Wilkes. Wilkes moves to the basket, goes up. And a foul called.
Like that call would be an understatement. Wilkes drove in, and actually looking at it again, it looked like it might not have been that bad of a call.
High lob pass for Williams, stolen by Wilkes. Bounce pass to Day. He holds up, back out to Foster. Wilkes to Day. Vandaway calling for the ball. Day goes to the lane. The jump shot is good. Wilkes has been fronting him. Clark Kellogg. Shot, an air ball. It's picked up. Day to Sanders. Sanders works his way inside. Blocked by Williams. Picked up by Ramsey. Down to Penn for the lay-in. And Ohio comes back to tie it at 54.
Discouraged by that turnover. Not become.
Vandaway to Wilkes. Wilkes moves to the basket. Misses the shot. Kellogg in the lane. A timeout taken by UCLA. There's 7:07 left in the ball game. It's Ohio State. Ohio set up in a 1-3-1 zone. We get a foul called on Marcus Miller.
Lead to do it.
Steve Foster, an 84%er at the foul line. Leading free throw shooter on the New Britain, Connecticut makes the free throw. Ramsey. Marcus Miller, he'll fire from 20 feet. Rebound belongs to Foster at 6'1". He had position. Brings it down 4-on-3 underneath the Day. Goes up and scores. Big basket with a freshman Darren Day, the assist to Foster.
Yeah, what an asset to pin at 6'7" to have that height underneath.
Kelvin takes it in, shoots and scores again. For Kelvin. Foster's shot is short. Williams picks up the loose ball. Stolen away by Sanders. Sanders to Vandaway, to the basket. Doesn't get the shot. Williams has the ball stolen. He left. Ramsey has the ball stolen by Day. Day goes behind the back, takes him to the basket, puts up a shot, and is fouled.
High school in the San Fernando Valley in California. Long arms. He just reached in and took it away from Ramsey. And then, of course, he can really handle the ball well. He's going to be a great one, whether he's at guard or forward. He can play both.
There's a timeout with 5:14 left in the game. It's all tied. UCLA 58, Ohio State 58. He says his guards are playing out a little bit too far to get some back doors. We're all tied here at 58.
about 16 years ago under John Wooden, when they won a couple championships in 64 and 65, and the tallest players on the team were about 6'7", 6'8".
Lose the ball off his foot. A foul is called on.
They're going to continue to be that way. Good little play there by Mike Sanders was the one that caused the deflection.
What a come off the bench tonight. 15 points for Foster. UCLA by 3. Picture of concentration at the line, and he has them low. Ramsey gives to Scott. Out to Kellogg. Kellogg with the jump shot. Good. Backs up Foster. Over to Darren Day. And away cuts toward the basket. Day tries to get it into Sanders. Stolen away by Scott. Stolen back by Day. 2-on-2. Day backs in, goes up, and is fouled.
It's obvious tonight that Darren Day is really excited and really keyed up and is playing very well. He makes the steal, and then he goes down the other way. Now, he really didn't have an advantage or anyone to pass to there. He just took it all himself, kind of challenged Williams. Got fouled by someone.
10 points. He was not a starter. Misses the free throw on Saturday here at Tucson. This is both shots. And Clark guarded by Vandeweghe from the foul line. The shot is good. Kellogg. 2 clutch baskets. He has 10. Foster for UCLA. Just ball stolen by Clark Kellogg. Kellogg playing a prominent role as the Buckeyes have a chance to take the lead. Scott works his way baseline. Day goes down out to Ramsey. In and out. Ball slapped by Vandeweghe to Sanders. Now to Foster with 3:19 left. Into Sanders. His shot is good and he's fouled.
UCLA coach Larry Brown wanted a timeout. The players didn't see him. Can't complain too much. It's possible 3-point play.
Sanders with 16 points. He and Foster lead the Bruins in scoring, and now it's Sanders with 7. Ellinghausen, his jumper good. Vandeweghe starts to move. Ball slapped away. It is out of bounds.
Floor off for Ramsey.
He takes to the basket and draws a foul.
The floor off. They stayed with him pretty well, but Ramsey got around him. And Sanders was the one that committed the foul. His 4th.
Ramsey at the line with 2 shots. Makes the free throw. Larry Brown indicating if Ohio takes the lead, and they do, they'll go to a 1-3-1 zone. Sanders from 15. His cross. Sanders guarded by Ellinghausen. Jump pass that is knocked away. Foster gets it back. His jump shot is off the stem of the rim. Foster gets it again. Foster a good job of following his shot. Vandeweghe from Wilkes into Sanders. Sanders puts up a shot that is direct. Darren Day comes back in, leaving Michael Holden. It looks like sophomore from DeRidder, Louisiana. Sanders now at 19. He's
just clear the floor off.
Fakes Day, short with the shot. Sanders the rebound. He is fouled.
Making a foul. They just cleared it off. I thought actually Ramsey had himself a good little shot and was going to get it in. Obvious that he did make the foul.
Sanders shot in and out. Williams the rebound.
And Ohio State, their coach Eldon Miller and the Ohio State Buckeyes have proved to be an excellent team, which everyone said they were, coming out of the Big Ten where they finished in 2nd place. UCLA, of course, was only 4th in their conference, the Pac-10.
But the only Pac-10 team remaining.
Yeah, that's right. The only team out of the West remaining. West part of the country. Now what UCLA's got to do is just play some hard defense. Now every time down the last few times, Ohio State has just tried to clear the floor and let Kelvin Ramsey go one-on-one. And I would think that they probably would go with something different this time. Especially since he's got you got an overtime game, you want him out there.
Kellogg back to Ramsey. 56 seconds left in the game. Clark Kellogg, left side, picked up by Vandeweghe. Ellinghausen to Ramsey. Ramsey goes to the basket in heavy traffic. Misses the shot. Sanders has the rebound. They're screaming for a foul on the Ohio bench.
unfortunate that Ramsey had to do it. There wasn't that big of a rush. I don't think he really needed to. I'd rather have a few seconds.
Larry Brown directing track. Foster's free throw makes it a 2-point UCLA advantage. He makes this one. It takes Ohio 2 possessions to take the lead.
Or a 3-point play. They'll probably go into Williams now that Ramsey's fouled out.
This one misses, and Ohio State can tie it as Williams was high for the rebound.
Now, do you run the clock down and go for the last shot to try to tie? I don't think so. Get a good shot now and put it up.
Ben almost lost the ball. I think you've got to take your first opportunity. Huggins on the baseline loses the ball out of bounds.
Now, they were trying to go into Williams, but UCLA was almost triple teaming him.
And the Buckeyes call a timeout with 21 seconds left. The costly turnover. 21 State Buckeyes, 66. Center in Tucson, Steve Shannon and Lynn Shackelford, 21 seconds to go. Lynn will hopefully have the winning coach after the game, but that's still very much in doubt. So UCLA leads by 2, and the Bruins will play the ball in. UCLA led at halftime by 4, 35-31.
What Ohio State will probably try to do is they'll try to steal the ball initially on the inbounds play. And then, of course, if they cannot make the steal, then they have to make the foul.
Smith takes Wilkes, and Wilkes wants to study that defense, and now UCLA calls for a timeout.
Now, of course, if you're Alden Miller, you can play the game and you can set up a different kind of press if you'd like, but I don't think you want to do that at this stage.
It has been a night for upsets. Indiana, Clemson over Lamar by 8 points in our first game here at
Kentucky, and then holding on for the 1-point win. So now Duke will play Purdue on Saturday.
In the second half, and Larry Brown doing some diagramming of plays.
That looks like it's a way to get the ball in bounds in the backcourt there. He knows that Ohio State's going to commit. And Purdue beat the Big Ten champion, Indiana.
Speaking of getting the ball in, 66 UCLA over Ohio State. They get the ball to Foster, double team. He is fouled by Todd Penn. Eldon Miller.
In this game, if Foster does not make this free throw, believe me. No, it was pretty easy play. He was moving.
Giving instructions to his team. Almost came out. It goes in. UCLA by 3.
I would say on that one a few hard stops in the UCLA fans. Kellogg comes in now for offensive purposes for Ohio State.
5-team fouls on UCLA. Foster shooting his bonus shot. He hits it. It is a 4-point lead for UCLA. Penn picks up the ball, brings it in front court for Ohio. Penn gets the ball to Kellogg. Kellogg leans in. The shot good. Ohio cuts it to 2. 10 seconds. Foster in backcourt, double teamed. Now to Wilkes. And a foul. Wilkes is fouled as he was double teamed by Hall and Kellogg. Kellogg commits the foul and is fouled out.
Ohio State waited a long time there to make that foul, and that's really going to hurt their chances even if UCLA misses the front end of this 1-and-1. Can't believe the best free throw shooter on the team will miss.
Athletic Director J.D. Morgan, head basketball coach Larry Brown, and his staff, and Sports Information Director Vic Keller. James Wilkes at the line. Free throw makes it 71 UCLA, and the Bruins are now pulled out of the lane tracks as Wilkes gets only his 7th point, but what a big one it is.
But when it came down here, UCLA made the necessary free throws, and that's what's going to give them the win.
As they did against DePaul. They're yelling at them now not to foul. Wilkes makes them both, and UCLA will face Clemson on Saturday. Pass up court stolen by Holton, and Ohio State, the runner-up in the Big Ten, has been knocked off by UCLA 72-68. Executive producer of tonight's game has been Dennis Kreider of NCAA Productions. The producer and director, Dick Siley. Our technical director, Wayne McDonald. Technical supervisor, Manuel Montez. Unit manager, Mike Peterson. And our facilities and crew from NBC in Burbank. For Lynn Shackelford, it was a pleasure working with you, Lynn. This is Steve Shannon saying so long from McHale Center in Tucson, Arizona, where the UCLA Bruins have beaten the Ohio State Buckeyes 72-68. This has been an NCAA Productions telecast.
For Sleepy Floyd, he got help from Ed Spriggs, who hit an 8-foot hook shot here. Johnny Duran finished with 14. The Hoyas now 26-5, a winner 74-68. Jim Boeheim's 6th-ranked Syracuse Orangemen got ambushed by an Iowa team that is proving too tough. Ronnie Lester means a lot to Iowa. With him, they're 14-1. Without him, they're 8-7. A steal right here by Eric Santaford, just a freshman, led to an Eddie Moss layup, but for Syracuse, it just wasn't enough. Vince Brookins got a start, tossed in 21 points on the night. Brookins finishing it off with a stuff right here. Iowa hit 30 free throws. And listen to this one. Iowa has yet to lose outside of the Big Ten. And so Iowa a winner over Syracuse, that final 88-77. In the Midwest also, there was a game. We got it started there. Texas A&M against Louisville in overtime. Louisville prevailed. The final, as you can see, 66-55. They did it by outscoring Texas A&M in the overtime by a score of 13-2. Denny Crum's been in this position before. He's got a great one in Darrell Griffith. He's the all-time leading scorer of Louisville, does it inside and out. He had 24 points. Louisville, a very, very quick ball club. Jerry Eves right there switching hands with the layup. Texas A&M just didn't get enough help. David Breton, the senior guard, was their leader. He tossed in 14, but the Louisville Cardinal is en route into a regional final. There they'll take on LSU. You see Dale Brown and Norm Stewart right there. They played the first half close, only 1 point difference, but Dwayne Scales and company took it over inside after that. Scales finished with 17. For Missouri, Mark Dressler's 20 points just weren't enough. He was the hero of the Notre Dame win. Inside, Macklin chipped in 16. LSU Tigers dealing one very, very hot hand. Their final there, 68-63. They are in that regional final, and we'll catch that ball game tomorrow. We'll come back, look at UCLA and Clemson and how they've managed to reach this point. We'll take a look at that. More basketball action continues right after this commercial.
To see them win the other night and beat DePaul was something. I hope they go all the way.
Good enough. We'll take a look at them on the weekend, and then Monday night?
Monday night, 9 o'clock. We go.
I'll watch it.
Thank you, Brian.
Hope I don't get too excited.
Okay.
Thank you. Hope special, and as you heard, he thinks UCLA is something special. Here's how the bracket in the West started out. 12 teams got it all started, but they eliminated a lot of them in a hurry, reduced it down to upset territory, and that's where UCLA and Clemson took over, making their way into this regional final. UCLA first upsetting DePaul, and then coming on to beat a powerful Ohio State team. As for Clemson, they had to beat Utah State, then BYU, and then Lamar. Let's take a look at the action from Thursday night. Well, we actually got it started a week ago Thursday when UCLA took on an Old Dominion club that was 25-4 and got 34 points from Kiki Vandeweghe, his best game ever. They won that game 87-74. And then it was rematch time. Rematch time against Coach Ray Meyer and his top-ranked DePaul Blue Demons. Not many people gave UCLA a chance, but the youngsters didn't know that. Michael Holton led a tremendous fast break. Rod Foster showed his rocket speed with 19 points. Kiki Vandeweghe put the rebound in here. He finished with 13, and down the stretch, the Bruins hit the free throws. They won it 77-71. What a dream for Larry Brown. dream figured to be interrupted in Tucson Thursday night when UCLA had to face a powerful Ohio State team, but they got great inside play from Mike Sanders, just a 6'6" center in 1980, and that deserves a hoot of pumpkin. Inside, James Wilkes played a great ball game. The steal there led to a Darren Day bucket. That freshman came off the bench with 10 points. Here's another freshman, Rod Foster, with a steal and a layup. He had 19 points. Larry Brown cheering his troops on, and as they did the other night, the UCLA Bruins got fouled down the stretch and refused to foul. Rod Foster went to the line down the stretch, hit 7 of 8 free throws. UCLA won it by a final of 72-68, earning the right to meet the Clemson Tigers. As for Clemson, well, the Tiger never figured to be in this position. Clemson finished 4th in the ACC and never did win a road game in that conference, but so far they've managed to win 3 road games in this Western Regional. They do it with big people inside, across the front, 6'10", 6'10", and 6'10". Bill Foster is the lesser-known Bill Foster in the ACC, but he's the Clemson coach, and he's got a good bunch. Inside, he gets a hook shot there from Nancy. They play it very, very tough inside. Clemson, a winner over Lamar the other night, 74-66. Now upholding the honor of the ACC in the West. They've got a running game going. It's led by Williams and Conrad. Clemson certainly a formidable opponent for UCLA today. Well, certainly it deserves a hoot of thunket. UCLA, the team that owned the national championships for so very, very long, now cast in the role of a Cinderella team, going against a Clemson club that was 4th in the ACC. A lot of people expected DePaul and Ohio State to be the teams that have reached this point, but instead it was 2 teams that weren't even seeded. For a live report from Tucson, let's go on out there to our announcers, Don Criqui and John Thompson. Gentlemen?
Thanks very much, Brian. As you know, these two championship. Today from Tucson, Arizona, it's the West Regional Final. Featuring the Bruins of UCLA versus the Clemson Tigers. Brought to you by Ford. UCLA and Clemson next on NBC. Going up against him for UCLA. Now here's Vandeweghe coming up with the ball, and UCLA is on offense to start the game. Wilkes on the outside. Here is the quickest player on the floor, maybe in the country. Rocket Rod down. Now block shot, and UCLA comes up with a
posting up their guards.
Wilkes puts the ball up, and then it's tapped up and in. And he has been the man that settles down this young Bruin team. Final as Duke goes against Purdue. Vandeweghe to the basket off the baseline. He is now
there. He is really sneaky fast. He'll give you a head fake, a change of tempo, and then go to the basket.
UCLA in a man. Wyatt pumps from the outside, floats one on down.
But he's playing with some damaged fingers. Bounce play. They're 2-1-2 zone.
Foster goes up, can't get it down the other night. Foster takes it baseline, gets it down low. Good execution by UCLA. James Wilk looking to thunder inside. Foster pulling up. Good shooter, 56%. 73, UCLA won it. James Wilk gets it down low. Here's Vandeweghe. Good moves around the paint. Gets up. Can't get the shot away, though. Sanders in an orthodox shot. A good shooter. They'll get by him on a man-to-man. They're just so quick.
They're quick hands against Ohio State. The same thing when the ball went inside. Came off key steals and rebounds and played very good defense.
Gillum, who's defending now. Here's Day pulling up. Extends its lead now. Holton pulls up. Shoots for the Bruins and UCLA.
Defense, but when he gets the open...
Rod Foster getting set to come back into the backcourt for UCLA. James Wilk. How Clemson's season went. Tigers had some great matchups with Duke. 87-82 the score both times. Each team won one, and both games were in overtime.
And both coaches named Bill Foster.
Down in the ACC, they call the Clemson coach Clem Foster and the Duke coach Duke Foster.
Well, they won't call Duke coach Duke Foster anymore.
Boxing lead from gate to gate.
I think this is the defense for Clemson right now against UCLA. I think it's going to give UCLA problems against a man-for-man against Ohio State. They really look tough, and they can exploit their quickness much better on the man-for-man defense.
Yep. And free throws have been the dominant factor in UCLA beating top teams like DePaul and Ohio State. They've been outshot from the field by those two clubs. They have won at the free throw line. They draw a lot of fouls. Why is that, Gary?
Well, I think it's because
13 UCLA and Clemson. Allen's at the free throw line, rims the hoop, down, good ball handler.
Defensive Rookie of the Year in that conference with Davidson. Came over to Clemson. Was probably the quickest guard.
Ron Foster steals, takes it the distance, and UCLA opens up
with the rocket once he gets that ball out in front of here. Probably watch the play right here. Foster just
21st NCAA tournament. Upsets have taken out the others. Gone. Kentucky gone. Oregon State gone. Syracuse gone. Indiana gone. Maryland gone. Notre Dame gone. Ohio State gone.
That leaves LSU and Louisville. Some different looks with the zone. They've been 2-1-2.
Cliff Pruitt, another freshman in the UCLA lineup. In the zone, he's stuck with the zone. Trying to give UCLA something to think about. Long shot, rebound by Cliff Pruitt, another freshman. Here's a great shooter, Pruitt.
Well, somebody forgot to check. Veteran guards have been Williams, the senior. Of course, Dodds in there as the sophomore right now.
Down to Pruitt, another freshman. 3 in the lineup, senior. Kiki Vandeweghe hits it down off glass. Vandeweghe comes out.
Look at the adjustments that change the tempo of the game all the time. Good interception.
Down low to Sanders, down to senior Kiki Vandeweghe. Here's a foul call against
a guy like Gillum just made for him because he's going to get that pick, get a 15, 18-footer. Couple players with him look like to me.
First half, Vandeweghe to the basket. Whistle blows as he starts his CLA up by 2. Foster shooting up the baseline. Nance gets position. He brings 5 players back. Conrad takes it to the basket. He goes to the deck. He was fouled. Holton is called for the foul. Freshman backcourt player for UCLA, Michael Holton. He's going to sit down.
Here comes Conrad. Penetrating right in there. Holton goes up. Gets him, looks like, with a leg in the body as he goes by. Here's the angle again. Watch right there. Doesn't look like there was much contact.
Vandeweghe pulling up from 18 feet away.
Vandeweghe goes up. Watch the ball come up right there. Woo. Well, from our angle, it's tough to tell, but it looked like the ball could be in the cylinder.
The winner of the second game you'll see on NBC, Duke and Purdue in the finals of the Mideast Regional at Rupp Arena, Lexington, Kentucky. That's after this one. Here's Darren Day pulling up, shoots for the Bruins, foul call. Played from behind all year. They've done it twice in this game by substantial margins, down by 6. Now UCLA with 4:41 left to play in the first half, and now we return to our studios. Vandeweghe, excellent driver, moves to the basket, shoots it up and down.
Here's a good look at Vandeweghe. Look at, he gets his man up in the air. Wyatt goes to the hole right here, takes the leap in, no doubt about it. Shot's gone. Count. Great respect for him. I visit with him all the time. He said, I just...
Rocket ball. Darren Day fires in the corner to Sanders. Cross court it goes, putting the ball up. Foster tapped up, and there's a...
Because Nance goes at both that forward and center position. Probably more effective. Has really done a job down the stretch. In the NCAA playoffs, 15-point average and 12.7 rebound average. Bill Foster said they have not played a good basketball.
Vandeweghe takes a look at the baseline. It's cut off by Gillum. Quickly back out to Day. They're going to Vandeweghe. He's looking to drive if there's the slightest opening. Now down low to Sanders. With Day.
Shot high.
Vandeweghe, 2-on-1 break. Lead pass goes off. Cliff Pruitt takes the basket. And yes.
Say forward came on.
Yeah. Holton pulls up.
But when he gets in the open...
Those times, Clemson came back to take a lead.
I think right now they've walked it down to 35 seconds. Unless they just have a layup like there, they would have gone for 1. The lob pass comes in. Perfect pass to Allen's. Coming right here. Comes off. Dodds comes off to protect from the weak side. Picks up the play again. Watch Dodds comes in. Misses him. I think. Did they call the foul on the back? Both with 3.
Now they're going to have to get us underway as you see the game clock winding down. Billy Williams lets her fly. Doesn't get there. UCLA with the rebound. Bruins will lead at the half by 11 points. Horns down. Late in the first half, they broke away and went out in front 46-35. That's it. UCLA have displayed a very excellent overall game here in this Western Regional Final. Shooting 77% from the free throw line, 10 of 13. You see their field goal percentage, Gary, 50.
In the first half, and it doesn't look like it should be an 11-point ball game. 8 turnovers for Clemson against 4 for UCLA. The big thing, 58% shooting for UCLA to 52 for Clemson. Clemson has shot the free throw surprisingly well, 75%, 9 for 12.
Opening tip of the second half goes to UCLA. James Wilkes gets it down low, pulls up, shot is short. Here's down low to Vandeweghe, very astute player. Waits to use his body well. Lead, 48-37. 17:55 to play in the game. Western Regional Finals, all tipped away. UCLA comes up with it. Sanders has the ball, looks for an out.
They want to rotate it back again and get some of the other people involved in the offense.
Court player pulls up inside. Down low. Here's Holton. Down low to Sanders. And Sanders driving baseline of UCLA.
This game could get completely away from him.
Foster running against Conrad. Lead pass goes to Holton. Drives on Wyatt. Shot rejected with the of the season. Larry Brown used some lineup differences. Combinations changed.
Power lineup to try and combat that speed.
The free throw now gives UCLA the ball away. It's tipped over. Pass goes down. High post man Sanders takes a look. Gillen drops off him. Working a lot of baseline stuff, UCLA. People cutting back and forth. Wilkes puts it up. Vanderway off.
Right now, Wilkes goes up for the shot, comes off. Watch the UCLA all around that ball right there. Sanders, Kiki Vanderway picks up the foul.
10 minutes left. He might have to kiss it a try. Now for UCLA.
If you're not big, you have to.
James Wilkes, no relation to Keith Wilkes. Now Jermaine. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
News conference checks the high cost of living Sunday night on KNBC Los Angeles.
Don Criqui with Gary Thompson.
He gives credit to Larry Farner.
Over Conrad, who's against him. We saw him jump shoot from down low last time down. Sanders off the baseline, makes a shot.
Right now, running some time off. Oh, what a move.
Foster gets the lead from Holton. Gillum back the other way for UCLA. Down low, Dodds knocked the ball. Sanders pulls out. Bork hasn't gotten hot yet.
Not only the big lead, the fact that they can play against the man-to-man defense.
So the Bruins of UCLA.
Very dull.
Vanderway, what do we have? We have a foul.
Defensive position.
7-point a game score, led the Bruins in scoring.
About 3.5 minutes of play.
All knocked around. They're giving Cliff Pruitt his run to the basket.
Basket for UCLA. Watch the play right here. Pruitt goes up. And right there, I think they called that at Conrad, and it looked like he did not even touch the guy. Pruitt got away from him. I think it was a bad call. I saw daylight. Did you?
UCLA thinks it was a great one. UCLA is getting a lot of loose balls, playing hard.
Well,
Sanders pulls up. Now, UCLA, their lead. Body checking him. Sanders firing. Didn't get enough there, but again, the Bruins come down with the ball. UCLA up 67-53. Beat off. Foster.
Watch right here. Foster goes up off the glass with momentum instead of getting the jump set and going straight.
The Mid-East Regional find big lead and the ball. Through another freshman. Bounce passing low to Sanders. He brings it right back. Vanderway, NCAA playoffs. Winner to go to the Final Four. And the lead team right now. Times Gary of letting that lead break down.
Man.
The championship teams, look at those unbeaten records. In 63-64, the Walt Hazard, Keith Erickson group. Gail Goodrich. They won. Vanderway looks for the baseline. It's shut off. And they go back. And Cliff Pruitt has the ball. This.
There will be the Mid-East champion. That to be decided between Purdue and Duke. That game coming up after this one. Let's go out to Lexington. Mid-East Regional Championship. That will be a matchup of Duke against Purdue. Not a lot of people expected Duke to be here because they had to play Kentucky 2 nights ago. But in Lexington, they turned back the Wildcats. They did it by a final of 55-54. Offense was working inside. Banks backdoors to Denard. And then Banks this time to Jaminski, who had 19 points. Kentucky had problems. Sam Bowie only had 2 points before fouling out. Fred Cowan had to pick up the slack, 23 second-half points. He finished with 26. With 23 seconds left, it was 54-all when Gene Banks gave Duke a 1-point lead. With 9 seconds left, All-American Kyle Macy went for the game winner, put it up under pressure. It came off. Dirk Linefield tried a desperation rebound attempt, but when that went wide, Kentucky was a loser in Lexington, and Duke advances 55-54. They now meet the challenge of Purdue and their big man, Joe Barry Carroll. That game is yet to come for the Mid-East Championship. The winner, it appears, will get UCLA, because right now they're in front of Clemson. For more on that game, let's go back to Tucson and Don Criqui.
All right, Brian, we're set to go again. Season rallied back and took a 1-point lead. Then UCLA, just before halftime, playoff time came, they were ready. Standing tall against the big team. UCLA to the basket, leads off to Michael Holton, goes baseline, goes to the floor, but maintains control of the ball and gets it back outside of Darren Day. UCLA killing great basketball year for the Clemson Tigers. That one's got a lead and they didn't crack. 10-point lead now, could go to 8. In and out, Darren Day with a very big rebound for the Bruins. Gets the ball to Mike Sanders. Land away at 6'8", leads it up court to Foster, and he elects to bring it back out.
It's a good, smart move right there. Instead of penetrating, looking for the points, all they have to do is kill time. That's the important thing now is the clock. And he'll be dancing after this game, I'll guarantee you that. They'll go to the Final Four, and that's been since what, 75? I tried to recruit Larry Brown when I was coaching the Phillips 66ers. Didn't get the job done. He just went into the ABA and had a great career, and a great career as a coach there also.
UCLA in the lead. Ron Foster controlling the ball somehow. Lots of people whacking at him. A long salute to their team that leads 80-70 with 41 seconds to play. Gary, before we go, we want to announce that Mike Sanders of UCLA has been selected as the recipient of the Gillette Most Valuable Player Scholarship Award. A $1,000 check will be sent to California and Los Angeles in Mike Sanders' name. Mike will also receive the MVP certificate as a personal symbol of his outstanding play. Mike Sanders of UCLA.
Well, he's had a great afternoon. I think 22 points up to this point. He's 6'6", postman, plays inside. He can operate so well in there against the big man. And it's been UCLA that turned.
Ramsey of Ohio State, Rod Foster of UCLA, Kiki Vandeweghe of UCLA, and Larry Nance of Clemson. So 3 Bruins are on the all-tournament team in the Western Finals. Darren Day taking offense at that call.
I think what they were doing was calling timeout, and officials holding up. They wanted to get a timeout. It was down to 4 seconds. You cannot get the timeout after 4 seconds have elapsed.
Vandeweghe with a defensive board. 3 ball up court. There's a 10. I think Larry Brown was down by 3.
These Clemson Tigers are not going.
Our statistician today, Mike Parkinson. Vandeweghe shooting for criticism. They made the 48-team field with a 17-9 record. Now UCLA, as they've done for so many seasons, is rolling at playoff time.
UCLA, as you notice, nobody on the free throw line. They're not taking any chances. Give up the rebound and make sure that Clemson does not get a cheap basket down court.
Spectacular first half, beating Kentucky. Holding on to beat Kentucky.
Duke seems to have found themselves and probably playing the best basketball game, the best basketball of the year right now. Duke. They're extremely tough. Played a great game against Kentucky.
Michael Holton gets a salute, and so does Randy Arriaga, freshman walk-on player on the Bruin roster. Dodds comes down court quickly. Clemson has to fire. Here's the guy who can do it. Gillum. Line drive jumper didn't get there. Slammed off the floor. Tipped back out. Dodds goes down low to Billy Williams. Up off gas. 83-72. 13 seconds to go. Clemson calls a timeout. So Clemson concluding its greatest basketball season ever. 23 victories. They'll close with a 23-9 record. Calls one last timeout. So many years the
championship looks like it's wide open. We've talked about the number of teams, only 2 left out of the top 10, LSU and Louisville, and they'll be battling each other to see who goes to that Final Four. So it's a wide open race for that championship.
We have an interesting game in the East tomorrow. You can't count out Georgetown. That'll be the second game tomorrow, the Mid-East Regional Finals, LSU and Louisville. Norton down the ball for UCLA as the Bruins are headed to Indianapolis in the Final Four. 13 seconds on the clock, an 11-point lead for UCLA on the board. Down low to Arriaga. Get a standing ovation. Randy Arriaga gets points. So the victory for UCLA is complete as the walk-on Arriaga goes out. He scores. Clock runs out. And the Bruins head to Indianapolis. Bill Foster comes down. Congratulates the UCLA coaches as the Bruins. What a dramatic story this has been. UCLA, the West Regional champion. So for Gary Thompson, this is Don Criqui. That's it from Arizona. Now let's go back to New York with Bryant Gumbel.
Thank you very much, Don Criqui. Our final, UCLA 85, Clemson 74. For the 13th time in the last 17 years, the UCLA Bruins are on their way to the Final Four. There they are going to meet the champions of the Mid-East Regional. That championship coming up in just a few moments, matching Duke against Purdue. Two teams that hardly expected to be in this position. Everybody thought that Kentucky and Indiana would be here. But instead, Duke's fortune started when they beat Penn 52-42 a week ago. Bill Foster's a lame duck coach. He's heading for South Carolina, but his Blue Devils may be heading for Indianapolis on the strength of that man, Mike Jaminski. He had 19 points against Penn, and it was his power inside that was the big difference. Gene Banks and Jaminski have been to the Final Four before. They'd like to get back there one more time. 52-42 over Penn. The next step for Duke came just Thursday night when they had to take on Kentucky, powerful Kentucky, and turned them back 55-54. They built up a big early lead with the running game, and Jaminski was tough again with 17 points. Sam Bowie, his opposite number, had just 2 before fouling out. Eugene Banks was tough throughout, driving baseline right here. He contributed 11 points. As for Kentucky, with Bowie out of the lineup, they had to depend on 26 points from Fred Cowan. They were down by 1 point with 9 seconds left when Kyle Macy went for the shot that could have won it. Dirk Minifield threw up a desperation rebound. When it faded, so did Kentucky, 55-54. Duke a winner, on to meet Purdue. Purdue Boilermakers had to play an opening round game against powerful LaSalle, and they turned back LaSalle in West Lafayette. Final there, 90-82. They did so on the strength of Joe Barry Carroll, who perhaps is the college game's most dominant offensive player. Then it was on to Saturday to face highly ranked St. John's. But again, they got their running game in gear. Drake Morris leading it right there, and Carroll, a powerful force inside with 36 points. Here he has a skyhook. In addition to his 36 points, he pulled down 9 rebounds. Joe Barry Carroll, all 7-2 of them, helping Lee Rose on to meet Indiana. There they met the Big Ten champions, and though Joe Barry had not one of his better games, the Purdue Boilermakers picked up the slack. They did so on the strength of number 11, Keith Edmondson. Here he pumps in 2 of his 20. Purdue built an early lead. Carroll with a rebound here, passing to Walker, who passes to Edmondson one more time for a dunk. They led by 11 at the half. Lee Rose was out in front of his opposite number, Bobby Knight. Indiana tried to put on a spurt in the second half, but when Drake Morris did this 360 turn in the corner, went in for a layup, Purdue had the game on ice. And a Purdue victory spoiled a brilliant effort by freshman Isaiah Thomas, who had 30 points. The final was Purdue beating Indiana 76-69. And so it is Purdue against Duke for the Mid-East Championship. The winner moves on to play UCLA, champion of the Western Regional. It has been a surprise. Mike Sanders, we should tell you, was voted the most valuable player in the Western Regional, and that is indeed appropriate. Since he became a starter, the Bruins went 11-2. We've got the Mid-East Championship final affair matching Purdue against UCLA. Interesting contrast between the two teams. Purdue, a very experienced club with a big scoring machine in the middle, and 7'1" Joe Barry Carroll. The UCLA Bruins, by contrast, almost an ideal team in terms